Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy A-Eazy checking in. You already know what it is. You know what we do on this channel, guys. We're back. We're back. So we're here today to react to a video from DreamCast Guy. If you guys don't know who DreamCast Guy is, man, make sure you guys go to the description below. Click on the link, man. Give him a like and a follow / subscribe to his channel. He drops a lot of good news and a lot of good rumors that's going around in the gaming industry and stuff like that. He's here today to talk about the PS6 and how Sony might still be on board to launch it next year, which I really hope is not the case, in my opinion. And I've said this multiple times to multiple people on multiple videos. The whole next generation with the PS6, whatever the Switch 3 or whatever it's going to end up being, and Project Helix, it all needs to be delayed, guys. If I'm being honest, it needs to be delayed till about 2030. The reason why it needs to be delayed is because the price of RAM, the price of just computer parts in general, they need that to come down. They need it to come down, or Sony and Xbox and Nintendo, they need to be willing to, they need to be willing to take a big price. Like, they need to eat the price a little bit and price it below what it costs to make it, take a loss on that, and make up the rest of their money when they sell software. Or people buy software, you know, like the exclusives or games or whatever the case is. But in my opinion, man, I mean, the PS5 Pro is good enough, guys, if you're looking for like a little bit more of a high-end console type of experience. Man, I just think they'll be doing a disservice to everybody if next generation starts in 2027. I mean, you see what the Steam Machine was. Steam Machine's priced at $1,049. The PS5 Pro is $900. And the thing about it is, man, what will next gen cost us in consoles? Will it cost us $1,200 for the PS6? Will Project Helix be $1,500? Because prices are just going up from here. The AI data centers are still eating up RAM like it's water. They're still killing it. So that's my thing, guys. I just don't know how this all will come together. But anyways, let's jump into the video, man, and let's go ahead and see what he's talking about.
Hey, DreamCast Guy here. Today we're talking about PlayStation because a very weird leak happened last night from Kepler L2. Now, This is a very reputable leaker, clearly has a bunch of sources inside of, well, PlayStation manufacturing. And he has basically said that Sony can't delay the PlayStation 6, that even if the system has literally zero games, even if it costs like $1,200 to make, even if the PlayStation 6 does not sell at all, Sony feels forced to release it next year. They're basically just going to throw it out there because apparently the PS5 is not selling at all. The exclusives are just not coming. That Sony's strategy is that they would rather have a console that's sort of a failure on the store shelves rather than no product at all.
That makes zero sense. And let me explain why that makes zero sense, okay? You're telling me that the PS5 is bro, the PS5 is sold like crazy since it's been out, man. It's been out for what, 6 years now? I mean, it's basically running the gaming industry right now, man. Most people have a PS5, so it's like, why are you rushing to get there? I can understand this whole, here's my thing with, and everybody always says, oh, the PS5 doesn't have exclusives, blah 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 blah. Okay, first of all, the PS5 does have exclusives, just doesn't have as many that are just exclusive just to the PS5. This is the reason why, this is what everybody has to understand about this generation. There were so many people that went out there and bought PS4s last generation, and that install base was so huge. You can't just leave them behind if they can't upgrade to the PS5. When the PS5 launched in 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, okay, scalpers went out there. We all know the story. Scalpers went out there and went crazy. They were able to buy all these PS5s, basically ransom them off, the people that were willing, like myself, like I got one PS5 that I was able to go to GameStop and me and my son was able to go to GameStop and pre-order that one when they launched pre-orders, but GameStop wouldn't allow me to pre-order two of them, one for me, one for my son. So when it came to that second one, I couldn't get it nowhere. For the life of me, I just could not get it pre-ordered. So what I had to do was, I had to get it from a scalper, and I got it from a scalper back then for $900. Basically what a PS5 Pro costs right now. Isn't that insane? That's insane to think about, right? But here's my thing, is that people could not get a PS5 almost for like a year. Almost a year and a half. They just could not get a PS5. So a year and a half into the console generation, PlayStation's releasing exclusives. Do you leave behind your PS4 install base, which is huge? And then they won't go out there and buy the software to make up for Sony taking the loss on the PS4. When every time PS4 sold, Sony was taking the loss because they knew they could make it up in software and game sales, software sales. Sony could not risk that, so they had to develop games for the PS4 and the PS5 simultaneously. Now, there were some games that the PS4 just could not run, and it ended up being exclusive on the PS5. For example, Returnal, and this is like the beginning of the generation is what I'm talking about. You got Returnal, you got Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, you got Demon Souls Remake. Those were games that just could not run on the PS4 or the PS4 Pro, so they had to be exclusive to the PS5. But when you talk about Miles Morales, yeah, that was able to release on both generations. And other publishers out there like Ubisoft or EA or whoever, they couldn't just leave the PS4 behind too. FromSoft was included into that with Elden Ring. They just could not risk losing out on that money. You know what I'm saying? But now that most people have a PS5, this is your time, your golden time, Sony, to be able to, okay, everybody has a PS5. Let's work on getting these exclusives out of the door. Let's work on getting the Uncharted 5 out. Let's work on getting Intergalactic out. What's going to be next for Sucker Punch? Are they going to do another Ghost game, or are they going to do an Infamous game? Or are they going to do a whole new, brand new IP? You got Marathon that's essentially failing right now. Hey, Bungie, you know what? Marathon's in a bad place. We need to get back, we need to get away from this live service BS, and we need to get back to doing what we do best, and that's doing solo story-driven games. Take Marathon, make it a story game. Make it into give it a story, give it a campaign. Like, where's the next Ratchet and Clank at? You got Wolverine that's about to come. Wolverine's gonna be huge. It's a Game of the Year contender, guys. Come on, man. There's so many things that Sony could do right here and right now. Bloodborne. Give us a Bloodborne remake. Talk to FromSoft. Heal that divide. Ask FromSoft, hey, can we get a Bloodborne 2? Can you work that in the midst of whatever else that you're doing? We can help you get it developed. These are things that Sony needs to think about. A PS6 should be last on the list, guys. This is not an instance where Sony needs to be first to run to the table. Like, no, like Sony, you're in the lead. Sony, take a step back. Give the PS5 more time to breathe. Give it a 10-year life cycle to 2030. And then in 2030, hopefully at that time, prices will be down. Then you go ahead and then you develop the PS6. You launch the PS6. Like right now, you could be developing the PS6. You could be doing the R&D part of that. You could probably even be, if you want to try to stockpile RAM or whatever over this time, you can try to do that. But bro, like, I promise you guys, if they launch the PS6 next year, it's gonna be $1,200, man. At the minimum, it's gonna be $1,200. A lot of the rumors say that it costs Sony $799 to be able to manufacture what these rumors believe the PS6 is gonna have. Bro, just not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Because they're not going to sell that PS6 at a loss. I can guarantee you that. Why would they? Tell me, why would they? When a PS5 Pro right now costs $900, do you think that a more powerful console is going to cost $799 and they're going to release it for $700 next year? You honestly think that's going to happen? Nah, bro, come on now. We gotta use our brains a little bit, guys. Come on, man.
Now I want to take a look at these leaks because people are very much sort of shocked about the idea that Sony would rather have a bad console that flops and sort of be next-gen ready than wait and prepare it for, I don't know, after the AI bubble pops. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be a very in-depth video because there is a lot going on. This topic is making a lot of people very mad and very confused, to be honest.
Yeah, I want to know.
If you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, a lot of this discussion has kind of been popping up about how the PlayStation 6 doesn't really feel relevant. The PS5 is still very much a hardware pusher. The PlayStation 5 Pro is, cheaper than a Steam machine and performs way better than a Steam machine. We also see they say the PlayStation 5 Pro, is expensive as it is, it does go on sale pretty dang often. I mean, and now is $700 if you get it on this Amazon Prime sale. But a lot of people are basically saying that if you bought a PS5 or a PS5 Pro, this generation still $1 if you get it on this Amazon Prime.
Bro, you can get it on Amazon Prime sale. Used, very good. Okay. But for $700, it's not bad though. That's not a bad deal. Now, guys, when you buy something used, you always take a little bit of a risk with that. There's always a risk with that. You might not get a warranty. You might get a warranty. I mean, I really don't know. Sorry, but I'm here to say, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think if you're gonna buy a console, guys, I'm not really big on buying used consoles unless you're buying something refurbished directly from Sony. I definitely wouldn't trust a GameStop refurbished console. Maybe, I mean, drop in the comments, guys. Have you guys ever got a refurbished console from GameStop? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I have bought used consoles from GameStop, and I will say that, I mean, they did run pretty decently, but I don't know about a PS5 Pro, man. For as much as it cost, if I was buying, okay, the consoles I bought in the past was a Wii. The Wii was like $70, $60. Okay, it's used. If it breaks, it breaks. It's $60. I mean, that's a lot of money to me. I'm not going to sit up there and act like it's not a lot of money, but compared to probably a used console from GameStop or a refurbished GameStop PS5 Pro, which is probably going to be about $700 like it is here on Amazon, bro, that's too much money to take a risk on. You can buy a warranty, but I mean, I don't know.
Same sale, but a lot of people are basically saying that if you bought a PS5 or a PS5 Pro, this generation still feels valuable. There is still cool stuff to play. Most of it's third-party, like Crimson Desert or Resident Evil Requiem, but
true.
It is undeniable the PS5 sales have gone off a cliff.
Bro, market share is 71%. I know I'm pausing this video a lot, guys, but Jesus, 71% is insanity, bro. Insanity.
Mostly because of the multiple price increases. It went from $400 for just a discless PS5 all the way up to, like, I don't know, what is it, $650? I mean, it has gotten multiple dramatic price increases, which is made it where some people try and say, oh, it's also because so many people already have a PlayStation. Everybody that wants a PS5 has probably bought it in that first 6 years. At this point, the entirety of the entire console space is mostly PlayStation. It's wild to actually consider even how successful the Nintendo Switch 1 is. Like, this is just crazy to think about how many hundreds of millions of people are playing on PlayStation. But here's the thing, right? Known hardware leaker Kepler L2 responds to recent reports of the PS6 being delayed to 2028 or 2029 with a simple nope. Kepler goes on to like a post shared by another user listing reasons of why a delay wouldn't happen. Delaying the console when it's basically done does not make sense because they have contracts, they have production, they have to be making these consoles, maybe even GDDR7 contracts with memory makers, research and development done. This costs hundreds of millions of dollars. It's basically that right now they're in the spot where they can't just say, wait, never mind. The factories are built, the employees are hired, the chips are already purchased. Even if there ends up being an AI bubble pop and suddenly the chips themselves get a lot cheaper, it sounds like they're full steam ahead. They'd rather release a console that loses them money than not make the system. PS5 sales are slowing down, and there's no guarantee that memory prices will drop between now and 2030. Releasing in 2027, several million units sold before 2030 when the memory prices drop just lowers the console price and gains a massive market share. Releasing in 2030 means no sales. 2030 prices could be lower than the same or higher from scratch. Now, I have to admit that I do not like the idea of this. I still feel like the PS5 is a great system.
That's my thing too. It's like, bro, I mean, I get it. They do have contracts. And when you sign a contract, obviously, like, you as a company, you have to live up to it. You can face lawsuits. There's a brand reputation risk, whatever. And he's right. Kepler's right. There is no guarantee, guys, that RAM prices are going to go down. Most people in the industry are projecting that the RAM prices will go down by 2030 because Google is developing technology where it's going to allow the AI at these data centers to be able to adapt faster and to be able to use less RAM, less memory compute power to be able to remember like some of the calculations that it's running and stuff to be able to do whatever the AI is doing. It's super complicated. I fully don't understand it. And I went to school for software engineering and I got a degree in software engineering and I fully don't understand it. But I mean, that's the thing though. It's like, at some point, if the AI bubble it keeps going the way it's going, that bubble is going to pop. Okay, guys? The gaming industry bubble is going to pop at some point because you already have developers spending millions of dollars on games that are flopping. Now you have essentially what Kepler is saying is that, you know, Sony is basically a few $100 million into the cost of development of the PS6. It's like, at some point, something has to give. Okay, guys? At some point, these companies have to understand that people are out here struggling. And people just don't have the money to go out here and get these consoles. And do you really want to tank or risk tanking a whole entire gaming generation because you just didn't want to delay the generation by what, 3 years? Come on, man. Something somewhere has to give before it all breaks down.
It's fantastic. I still do so much gaming on my PlayStation 5, and when it comes to next gen, I guess I don't care about the idea of something stronger than my PlayStation 5 Pro. My PS5 Pro already looks fantastic. It has crazy frame rates, extremely good graphics, crazy resolution. Like, the idea of paying, you know, over $1,000 for something that's going to look 10% better just doesn't seem relevant. If anything, the other Kepler links that actually do sort of whet my appetite is this talks about the PlayStation 6 handheld.
That
PlayStation handheld apparently is going to be more powerful than an Xbox Series X. And honestly, if anything, this to me is more exciting. The fact that it could be dockable, it apparently is going to be able to play basically like roughly the power of a PlayStation 5 mobile,
it is.
Which is crazy because that's basically close to what a Nintendo Switch 2 is doing.
If this is true, I mean, if this right here is true, launch this first. Launch that first, bro, because that right there, I will buy that. Okay, I would buy that. If you're talking about having the power of a PS5 in your hands on a handheld with PSSR 2 and maybe buy this PSSR 3, come on, bro. Come on, man. That game, that system will be fantastic. It will blow. It will destroy the Switch 2. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Nintendo fanboys. Like, yeah, like this is gonna kill that. This will kill that if this is true, and especially if it's dockable. Like if I was Sony, I'll release this first. Wait, you can do that next year, 2027, then 2030, then release the official PS6. That's what I would do. Or maybe even call this the PS6 and then call what would have been called the handheld the PS6 and then call whatever was supposed to be the console PS6 PS7 or PS6 Pro or something like that. Like that's what I would do.
In some ways, obviously, the Nintendo Switch 2 is about the power of like an Xbox Series X, but this to me seems like an avoidable mistake in that right now the PlayStation 5 selling so bad has opened up a lot of conversations about the lack of growth in the console gaming space and unaffordability in the console gaming space. We're coming up.
Let me correct him real quick. It's not that the PS5 is so bad. It's selling bad right now because of the price hikes and the fact that everything across the board, from food to living expenses to gas to everything, gas and electric, everything, bro, rent, all that stuff is going up, bro. Even people that have houses and have mortgages, like your homeowner's insurance is going up, your taxes are going up, which essentially makes your mortgage bill every month go up, man. Car insurance is going up. Everything is getting more expensive. Cars are more expensive to buy now. It's just a bad time to make a large purchase, bro.
On the biggest game of all time, Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6 is a console exclusive. And at this point, if people are trying to choose between an Xbox or a PlayStation, 99% of people are choosing a PlayStation. So it means that even the people that maybe have not jumped onto this gen yet, say you're people that are late adopters, they're going to jump into it before the GTA 6 drops in November. So I think this is when you typically see console sales spike. And instead, they're declining. And I
mean, right now they're declining. Let me tell you right now, guys. Hey, let me be honest about this one. When we get, let me just tell you real quick. When we get to August, if you don't have a PS5 and you want to play GTA 6 and you want to play it on the best console, because Sony sent engineers over there. Sony sent their engineers over to Rockstar, like, hey, Rockstar, let us help you get the, this GTA 6 running good, especially if you're gonna put it on our PS5. If you don't have a PS5 by August, bro, you better get one quick. You better get one quick. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, the PS5 might not be selling well right now, but when you get to that August mark and people want to pre-order GTA 6 or they're getting ready for GTA 6, the prices are not going to go up, but the sales are going to go through the roof. And it's going to be hard to find that PS5.
I feel like we're in this spot where it's hard to say, hey, next gen is way more expensive. Yeah, you paid $400 for your disc drive-less PlayStation 5. Now you have to pay $1,200 for your PlayStation 6, also without a disc drive. I feel like that promise of, hey, here's next gen just doesn't feel as necessary, as relevant, or as exciting than anywhere in the past. Look at that. Can't delay it if there's no date set. Anything sooner than 2029 is going to be disastrous. The price of SSDs right now is absolutely insane and unacceptable, and it's entirely the fault of all these tech companies just basically buying up all the memory worldwide. I've played my PS5 considerably less than my PlayStation 4 and even my PlayStation 3. I do not want a PlayStation 6. Perhaps maybe a big variety of games with a smaller budget. No, I don't want Extraction Shooter number 231 or another live service game. If it comes out next year, then genuinely, I hope the hardware sales fail, because screw that. The PS5 has been a waste of a generation, given that they spent all their time trying to keep the PS4 alive. If Sony wants to make money, they can go back to releasing their games on PC. Now, this is something actually that's very interesting to me.
They didn't have a choice.
A lot of people are talking about the fact that even if they do release it, even if they do just throw it out there in 2027, right? This thing is going to be the most cross-gen console ever. I mean, undeniably, right? Guarantee everything Sony releases until at least 2030 is going to be cross-gen. There won't be enough sales to make the current hardware prices justify next-gen exclusives. And that's the thing, right? Some people are like, okay, well, it will have SSD. We'll see some stuff that actually does look truly next-gen, but the PlayStation 6 will be a luxury item that will be a status symbol more than anything.
Now, let's be honest, guys, about that. Let's be honest about something that he just said. He said that at least until 2030, most of the games that Sony's going to come out with are going to be cross-gen between the PS5 and PS6 if we launch the PS6 next year. Let's be honest about this. It's going to be cross-gen for the whole entire generation of the PS6. And the reason why, especially if prices don't, it's because the prices don't go down, the prices keep going up. He's right. The PS6 is going to be a luxury item, and it's going to be an item more for the enthusiasts than it is for the people that are the casual to hardcore gamer, right? So, because for me, it's casual gamer, hardcore gamer, enthusiast, okay? The enthusiasts are going to be the ones that go out to get the PS6. Us hardcore gamers like me, and then the casual gamers, probably like some people out there, are not going to get the PS6 until the prices go down, or until the prices stabilize, or until most of us like me, like middle class people, can afford that, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, I got a PS5 Pro and it runs fantastic. PSSR 2 is simply amazing. And it's like, why would it, especially, it's not like I'm not going to be able to play these games. I can guarantee you guys, every game that comes out is going to be cross-gen for the whole entire life cycle of the PS6, bro. There's no way that Sony could, there's just nothing Sony could do about it.
I'll have one or two exclusives to justify it, but yeah, 99% of games will be on PS5 for years and years and years. Right now, with how expensive game development is, you can't put something somewhere where players aren't. Like, even if the PlayStation 6 does come out, even if it somehow is under $1,000, which is very difficult to imagine, since I think a PS5 Pro list price is like $900. But even if they somehow get it under $1,000, I just can't imagine they're going to be making big AAA $300 million, $500 million games, right? Some of these price tags, like Gears of War, E-Day, apparently costing $400 million to make. These games cannot afford to be exclusive if they're that expensive, especially when the player base ends up being so tiny. Seeing how this generation went, I think I'm good to wait until 2030, still have major access to AAA titles. While the rumored PlayStation handheld hardware prices and PlayStation Now competing more directly with PC, I honestly see PlayStation 6 being the end of distinct generations as we know them. I feel like this makes more sense going forward, that you'll just get a PlayStation game. And I've been talking about this for a while, which is that I feel like this is the end of console generations for multiple reasons. Part of it just being the fact that we are hitting like graphical realism that feels like the ceiling. There's just so much that you can actually make stuff look like. Everything now looks so close to photorealism. If you optimize it, pretty much anything is possible. Like, to go back to Crimson Desert, that game is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours and runs perfectly on a PlayStation 5 Pro. You can't tell me, oh, we need that next gen in order to perfectly simulate realism. At this point, every experience is already possible.
And that's the thing too, is diminishing returns on graphics, guys. It's like, how much we're at the point where the difference between the graphics on something like the PS5 Pro and the graphics on a PC, they're so close together now. And one of the reasons is that because of PSSR on the PlayStation, which is the AI upscaler, if you guys don't know, is PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. It's so close now, guys. There's probably going to be maybe one more generation after this one, or maybe two possible. But at some point, the generations are going to stop. And we're going to have consoles that are basically going to be like PCs. They're going to be upgradable. Like, we're going to be able to upgrade them ourselves. Like, we're going to be able to put more RAM into them if we want to, or upgrade the GPU. It's going to get to that point at some point where PlayStation and Xbox is going to, and Xbox is probably already heading there with the Project Helix right now. Because the Project Helix is basically going to be a mini PC like the Steam machine.
PlayStation 6 can't really promise something that feels currently impossible. I just don't think we're going to see a PlayStation 7 or a PlayStation 8. This makes sense when you think about it. What levers are going to be harder to pull? Manufacturing contracts and timing, and which are easier? Software generally and targeting cross-gen. That said, it's darkly funny how badly timed this and next-gen console launches have been. This started earnestly in 2020 when everything was still going bad and supply chains were screwed.
True.
Next-gen seems like it's going to be launching worldwide when hardware prices are going to be skyrocketing and there's an energy crunch. Day one PS5 owner, and I have no desire to buy this on day one. Truth be told, I have no desire to own it at all right now. With the increase of PlayStation Plus, it's already ridiculous to have to pay $80 for multiplayer a year, and now, as an actual service, Sony provides no moderation outside of like PSN name crap. But the games, 90% of them I don't care about at all, and 5% I already own. Every now and then, a cheap game comes along that I'm not super interested in. Wow. I really wish this were coming in 2028. The generation should be longer. And I feel like that's the point, right? The lack of enthusiasm and almost the prideful nature of not buying it is detrimental to PlayStation. Even if they do manage to just force this out next year, which it sounds like they're building it, it is going to happen. I feel like it's a sign that next gen will not be next gen. It'll be another mid-gen refresh by vibes. I don't know, man. I do feel like even if they release Spider-Man 3 and it's crazy big and epic, I just feel like there's not going to be excitement or that sense of like awesome generational advancement.
Right.
This does feel like the last PlayStation. But that's just my 2 cents. How do you feel about the PS6? How do you feel about it essentially being sent out to die on purpose? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you could, please give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Also, yesterday I said that if that video got 1,500 likes talking about the Steam machine, I said I'd buy and review one. That video got like 2,000 likes. So yes, I will confirm I am going to buy a Steam machine and I am going to review it. Ugh.
He set himself up for that one, man.
Thanks so much.
He set himself up for that one. I like DreamCast Guy, man. He has some good takes. Are all the takes perfect? No. He did have a couple L takes here and there when it came to like the showcases and stuff, especially Sony's. But overall, though, I'll say 90% of his takes are W's, though. So, guys, hop over to his channel, man. Give him a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Make sure you watch some of his future videos. We'll react to some of his future videos. Not all of them, but we'll react to some of them. But yeah, man, great video. But here's my thing, guys. And I'm like one of the biggest Sony fanboys out there, guys. Okay. I buy 1,000,001 special edition PS5 controllers when I have no business buying all of them. I buy whatever console they make, and I buy the mid-gen refreshes. I bought the PS5 Pro, I bought the PS4 Pro, I bought the PS3 Slim, I had the fatback PS3, I had the PS2, PS1, I had the Vita, the PSP. Man, I had all of it. Okay, I had the launch PS4, launch PS5. I love Sony, man, and to me, this is just one of those things, man, where, and I had a Portal too, but this is just one of those things where I just feel like Sony is taking a misstep when Sony doesn't need to. There's just no need for it. Sony, you're ahead of the console wars, okay? You are the place to play games right now. There's no need to rush. Maybe you can go back and maybe you can renegotiate some of these contracts that you've already signed. That could be a possibility. Maybe you have to manufacture some of these and just sit on them, or if you're not even manufacturing PS6s yet, talk to all these people, man, that you need to talk to, that you sign contracts with, and see if you can delay it. Maybe you pay them a premium or something to be able to delay, you know, the manufacturing and all that. I mean, that's just my 2 cents, guys. I just think I'm on board with like where a lot of people are with this. Next gen just needs to wait until 2030 and just wait and see. I'd rather delay it to 2030 and take the risk of paying more at that time than paying more in 2027. At least at the minimum, that gives me time and gives all of us time to save up for the next generation between now and 2030. And I know I watch like other YouTubers like Luke Stevens, of course, DreamCast Guy, Maddie Plays, and Asmongold, and other YouTubers that do reaction news type of stuff, Falcon, Game Rank, stuff like that. And a lot of them are saying that, yeah, in the EU right now, you're able to finance the PS5. You can basically take out a loan on PlayStation Direct's website, and you can basically pay monthly for a PS5 like you would do with a cell phone if you bought it. Say if you had to go out there and you had to buy a new phone, right? You go out there, buy a new phone, and maybe you don't have $1,300 or $1,400 to pay up front. Well, most of these cell phone companies, if you have the credit to do it, you're able to basically do a interest-free installment plan for 2 years, or sometimes 3 years, sometimes 2.5 years, whatever. And you can pay monthly for that phone. Now, you can't upgrade or anything like that until you pay off the phone, essentially. Some people do offer you 1 year into it, you pay half of whatever the phone's cost is. You can upgrade at that point. But Sony's basically doing that in the EU right now with the PS5. You can lease to own a PS5 right now. Now, I can guarantee you that Xbox in the US right now, you can do that with Xboxes right now on Microsoft's website. So I can guarantee you that Sony's looking into that, and they're probably going to do that with the PS6. Will that help? Maybe. Will that change some people's minds? Possibly. Hey, will it change my mind? Yeah, maybe 70% on that. I don't know, man. These are just like opinions that I have on this, man. In the comments, let me know what you guys are thinking. If you made it this far in the video, subscribe today, join the kingdom, man. I greatly appreciate all the support. I'm gonna keep doing some reactions on this channel and just see where it goes. I'll drop some gameplay reels here and there, maybe go live sometimes, and you'll catch me playing some games on there. But mostly we'll do a lot of reaction on this channel, guys. So something for you to kind of look forward to. You get to hear more of my opinions. I'll have tons of gameplay TikToks on my TikTok, which is A-Eazy Gaming, or you can go over to Instagram, Facebook, which is A-Eazy Music and Gaming. But you can also on there just type in official A-Eazy, you'll find me on there pretty easily. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. Boys out, blessings, peace, let's go, let's get it, guys. So next time, you gotta be blessed and take care. Above all, keep God first, bro. Let's ride that, bro. Let's